Ladies and gentlemen, preseason has started. All off-season, we have been making crazy picks, taking weird guys we might not usually take, but now it's coming down to the end, the wire, where we are putting in our last entries into best ball and where we would be making only picks that we believe in, the ones that are going to win us the money this year. Tune in tonight as we make some money.
You just want Travis Hunter later, don't you?
Hey!
I can't believe you. I can't believe you. I can't believe you. All right, just take him, dude. Okay?
No! Do we really need a tight end that bad, though?
We need a tight end that bad. Don't question me again.
As Malik Willis went over Jaden Daniels. Oh. Evan Ingram went in the third.
Is Luther Burden.
Eat your veggies, Cam. Eat your veggies.
I'll let you tell it. I think you could probably tell it better. You tell it, bro. Just tell him.
So this year got invited
to... Let me tell it. I'd rather have Parker Washington than Brian Thomas Jr. Ah! Welcome back, everybody. The summer is coming to an end. Football is rapidly approaching as we have, like 3-4 weekends left, I think, on the first game.
Dude,
insane.
Crazy.
Insane. It's been a fun ride. We've capitulated. We've gone back and forth. We have made some weird picks. We've made a lot of auto picks that we didn't mean to make, but it's okay. It all comes down to this. We are now going to be locking in and only taking the guys that we believe in. Because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in your guy, what are we doing here? What's all this?
What are we doing?
Yep.
What even are we doing?
How are we feeling?
I feel awesome. It's training camp season. The real season's like right around the corner. We just had the Hall of Fame game. Got to see two terrible quarterbacks light it up, which was crazy. And yeah, I think it's finally time. We've been kind of going back and forth about who's our guys, who we love, who we hate, all these different things all off season. But now's the time where we really lock in and we're drafting teams by conviction. You know, we're not going to take guys just to make our teams look more unique. We're not going to take guys that we just don't, we're trying to get enough exposure to each and every guy. Now's the time where we're just drafting who we most believe in. And I'm excited. This is going to be sick. We do have Mike Robb already in here. What up, Mike? He says, if that's not a man who's got a Ricky Bobby poster on his wall, I don't know who else would. And he's definitely talking about you, bro. Definitely talking about you.
Talking about me? Mike. I need Ricky Bobby on my wall. That'd be great.
Hey, Ricky Bobby. Dude, we pulled the second spot. Let's go. We get all these early drafts. I kind of love this.
I've been waiting for this moment. I hope you know for the longest time. I know you got to eat your veggies sometimes, and you got to make some gross picks. But can I tell you, there are some guys I am so sick of taking in drafts, and I hate that I have to take them. And I was like, no, Caleb, you got to take these guys. And now I don't have to do it anymore. I'm not going to. You're not going to make me. I can't.
Yep.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. And I'll tell you this, too, because I haven't drafted a lot of Bijan. We'll get to draft him here tonight, unless the guy at the first pick takes him. Just because usually I'm at 1 or 3, and I've just been taking Jameer every time I'm at 1, and at 3, usually Bijan's not there. But I think Bijan is such a smash this year. Again, because you think about the Tua coming over to Atlanta, and I think Tua, the more I've thought about it, Tua is going to be the starter. And you've said this before because you hate Michael Penix. Yeah, so Tua's going to be the starter, and Tua peppered Devin A-Chain last year, with targets, and he just loves throwing short, getting it out of his hands. I expect this offense to do the same, and Bijan's going to get a ton of reception work again, which is it's everything we ever wanted, man.
Yeah, and honestly, it makes me excited for Drake as well. Let's see. He was already, I guess you could say Michael Penix was pretty good for Drake London last year because he was just forcing the ball. But Tua is a guy who likes to get the ball out quick, and I think he was hesitant to kind of get the ball out quicker to guys like Jalen Waddle. Even though Jalen Waddle is extremely talented, I think
Right.
Waddle takes like a second or two to kind of create separation. So I think he was a little more hesitant to let the thing fly because he was scared to get picked off and whatnot, and he still got picked
Right.
off a lot. But now with
Yeah.
Drake London, you know, who just catches everything within like a 8-foot radius, and like you said with Bijan, I really do think both these guys I'm getting more and more just amped up about. And Zachariah Branch looks good in camp.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think
We love
I think
Zach.
it's gonna be a decently functional offense. It's gonna be like last year
Yeah.
where, you know, the team itself wasn't very good, but the offense was heavily concentrated on the top guys. And I think we're gonna see that again. You know, did you know that last year Drake London, when Michael Penix played, averaged 19.8 points per game?
Gosh, man.
And he's
That's
going in
insane.
like mid to late second round most of the time. I
Yeah.
think that's crazy. Drake London could also be a smash. So like,
Yeah.
I'm just buying a lot of this offense right now, and especially the fact that Kevin Stefanski's still there, and Stefanski's really been a guy who like plays a consolidated offense. We had the Nick Chubb years, we had the Jerry Jeudy times there in Cleveland.
Right.
Back when he was with Minnesota, it was pretty concentrated on Stephon Diggs. So like, yeah, I just think all signs point to both Bijan and Drake London having very good years, even with the quarterback situation feeling kind of froggy.
Right.
So,
Right. And I know Kyle Pitts has been a little bit of a exciting person in the offense. I'm not fully there with Kyle. I think he could be all right, but I really feel like if he is going to be successful this year, it's going to have to lean more on manufactured touches.
right.
And he can still do good. He's still a decent tight end, extremely
You
athletic.
neighbors here?
But
I'm neighbors here.
yeah.
Bijan and neighbors.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Real quick, Mike said that first tilt Bijan fantasy owners have over getting excited about a Falcons Robinson touchdown and then seeing it was Brian. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because what a bunch of weenies. They put Brian Robinson on this roster just to confuse the living daylights out of everybody.
Yeah. Well, also, if you remember, Tyler Algier was just hawking touchdowns left and right.
Is there
last year.
anybody you want to pull up here, or do we just go Devontae?
I mean, we're going conviction, B, bro. What about Zay?
I'm going
I think
Devontae.
we both are on set.
Sorry, we didn't have enough time. We didn't have enough time to talk about it.
That's okay.
But yeah, I think in that spot I am trying to pull people up, especially into the early third, because Devonta Smith. I think Devonta's going to have a good year. The problem is with the Eagles, they just on the goal line, they're not going to have a lot of red zone targets available to Devonta Smith. So for him to really pay off at that price, he's going to have to score a lot of touchdowns, and arguably touchdowns, 15 to 20 yards out, which for an offense like the Eagles could be very rare. So I'd be interested in pulling up Zay, like you said. I mean, we were already hitting on Zay. There he is. I can't believe Jalen Waddle's already up here at pick 38. That's crazy. But Igbuka would be the other one. Igbuka's the other one that I'm really in on bringing up there.
In this range right here of like early third to late fourth, even some in the fifth, like I think a lot of these receivers have like top 5, top 8 potential,
Easily.
You just talked about him. Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, T. Higgins, like all these guys, Tataroa McMillan, Garrett Wilson. I mean, you can make a case for any one of these guys, So at this point, you can listen to all the analytics, you can listen to us, but at the end of the day, you got to trust your gut. You got to go with the guy you like, the most talented, who you believe in, and run with it, And maybe like I've kind of capitulated and been leaning more towards like just better offensive situations. Like even though I might like some guys over Ladd McConkey, I know the Chargers are good and they're going to score a lot of touchdowns. So I might pull Ladd up because of that reason, or Luther with the Bears, So,
Yeah. Have you heard the Luther Burden injury scare that we had today?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Me neither. But it's crazy how many people are like freaking out about Luther Burden right now, because he limped off the field. Honestly, from the video, it looked like he just got hit in the nuts pretty good. So there's that. But
Right.
yeah, this is such a good time to do these drafts because there are guys that will fall due to the injury FUD that comes from training camp. I think we had Josh Downs walk out with an injury. There's one other guy who walked out with an injury today. We've seen Waddle get hurt, and of course, people are going to be like, "Oh my gosh, Waddle, he's made of glass!" Like, oh no, and or just
let
I'm
them
not
run with
buying
that.
it.
Dude, these guys are running, cutting, digging, jumping, everything all day long in practice. Like at some point, something might smaller minor happen. It
Yeah.
happens. You're putting that much stress in your body. It's going to happen.
All right,
But
Mike Evans,
also,
Terry McLaurin, Bashal.
facial.
Okay, there it is. Conviction picks, baby. I like it because I think between Mike and Terry, we'll have a good, second receiver. I think this guy at the turn is probably going to take a running back and a receiver. He'll probably take Terry and David Montgomery. I would love for Terry to fall to us because I do love stacking Terry with Jaden.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, there goes Terry. Kind of saw that one coming.
That's cool, bro. That's cool.
Yeah, because we're cool and we like Mike Evans. Probably one of our more boring takes in the top half of the draft. Oh, he took Jameson Williams. Well, that makes sense. He's got Gibbs. But yeah, I mean, Mike Evans is like, he's going to smash in San Fran, dude. Like Ricky Pearsall's dead, or Ricky Pearsall. He's dead. We've got our guy, DeJon Stribling, my guy, DeJon Stribling. Love DeJon. But I mean, really, what are we expecting from a late round rookie guy like him with a bad college profile? I'm just hoping for spike weeks, and I'm glad I got him cheap because I think he's going to have more opportunity to do that. But the target hog in this offense is going to be Mike Evans. And pairing him with Devonta Smith, we get that week 17 stack. So that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
Bro. Yeah, Mike Evans is the eat your veggies pick. He's the older guy, especially if you're dynasty oriented,
Right.
Nobody likes that. But we have to be realistic. This is one of the best offenses in the league under Kyle Shanahan. Brock Purdy is so underrated. They're going to score touchdowns. It doesn't matter if it's DeMarcus Robinson running routes or who's the guy we just talked about from last year? I can't remember his name now. It doesn't matter, though. Whoever it is, they're going to be running routes. They're going to be catching passes, and they're going to be scoring. So, and yeah, Mike Evans, injury scares. I get it. But you know what? That's with every single person in the league. We don't believe in injury proneness.
Hey.
We don't. Not worried about it.
You see, Mike knows ball. Is Kendrick Bourne still there?
No,
he's with Arizona.
Yeah. Remember Kendrick last year? We just talked about this last week.
Kendrick balled.
Dude, he looked like a stud. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I do want to take a second real quick because I tweeted about the show, tweeted that we're live, and I just went and checked up on it. And I got a like from Alex Cups, which if you're unfamiliar who Alex Cups is, there was a fantasy football game show that went on all summer. It was the So You Think You Can Tout show, where a bunch of want-to-be analysts competed to see who would be the next great tout. So You Think You Can Tout. And Alex Cups ended up winning. So shout out Alex Cups. I'm stoked about his stuff, man. He's kind of in our vein where he loves Dynasty. Like that's really where his bread is buttered. But because he won that competition, he's kind of dipping his toe into everything. But I thought he did a great job. I love his videos. His video content is awesome. So if you guys are watching, make sure you check out Alex Cups, Cups Analytics on YouTube. Give him a subscribe, a follow, do all those things, and congratulate him on winning because that dude did a great job. And that was a tough contest. A lot of good competitors in there.
Nice.
Next year, Cabes, we'll do it. I'll hop on. So, what makes you think you're going to be the next great tout? Well, you see.
Cue the lights.
Cue the lights, please. I've been on Luther Burden for 2 years.
Yeah.
Everybody doubted me.
Pull up the tape.
Pull up the tape. All right. Hurts here.
Yep. And if Mackay falls.
Yeah, if Mackay falls, I like that. I don't mind I don't mind Tucker Kraft either.
I was going to say that.
And then, I don't want QJ. Okay, DK Metcalf, I think, is another great value right here. I saw a stat line from training camp practice for the Steelers, and DK had 23 targets. Michael Pittman had 6 in yesterday's practice. 6 targets.
See, that doesn't worry me. Good. Yeah, to make your pick real quick.
What do you want to do, Mekhi or DK?
I like Mekhi.
All right, we're going Mekhi.
We can get the full Eagles passing.
All right, we'll do the full Eagles passing stack. Go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
Yeah, I like
Mike.
DK.
We're going to come to your comment in just a second, Mike.
I'm not feeling him this year. I think DK, he's good talent, but he's never been this like crazy target hog in any offense. Even in his best years in Seattle, he's a down the field threat. He's big, he's physical, he's fast. I don't like DK that much this year. I could be wrong, but I think Michael Pittman is going to be the more all-around guy that A-Rod can really lean on. I think Michael Pittman has experience being the number one in his offense and a bad offense with bad QB play, and he's still flourished. He's still able to get his targets. He's still been half decent. So I think Michael Pittman will take a step up, and Aaron Rodgers is going to lean on him more. But I don't mind DK. I'd rather have Pittman straight up over Metcalf. There's not much of a debate for me.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. I think DK, I just think DK is going to be more utilized. I think people still are getting stuck thinking about the Steelers offense from years past where it's been run heavy and it's not utilized this wide receiver one. And we have to break out of that and think about the fact that we now have an offensive coach who has had history, utilizing his studs in the offense. I think that when it comes to the tight ends, like that's a big one because a lot of people like Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington because last year they were getting all kinds of receptions. But this is a team that I don't think is going to run a lot of heavy tight end personnel packages. I think they're going to run a lot of 3 wide receiver. And I think that Rodgers is going to lock in on DK. Maybe he won't be like the target hog. And I'm not saying Pittman's going to be a 6, that low of a target share guy. Like that one practice isn't going to tell the whole story. But I think the pattern that it shows is that DK is going to be heavily utilized this year. And I just think people are sleeping on him, especially there at pick 70, because like I love Mekhi. Mekhi could easily be a 0. He's hurt right now. Maybe not a 0, but he could easily be a fade at that pick slot, round 6, round 7. And so I just think that DK has the job security of being the number 1 wide receiver. I don't think the Steelers traded all that they did to go get him to use him like they did last year. And I think that was Arthur Smith being a moron. I think they're going to use him in a way better ways this year. So, yeah, that's just my take on him. I still love Pittman too because me and you've talked about Pittman. We both love Pittman. Come on, bro. We love Pittman. He's going to be great. Mike said, who else do you guys watch in the industry outside of the NASCAR content? I hate NASCAR. I will never watch NASCAR.
I don't care for NASCAR either.
That's the dumbest.
Honestly, there's not a lot of sports I enjoy watching. I'd say after football, it's UFC. I do enjoy UFC. And then college basketball probably.
Right. Right.
But anyways,
So who are you from? Some of your favorite analysts you watch and listen to?
I've been a long time JJ Zachariason guy. He's like the first one that kind of introduced me to like there's analytics and there's probability that you can actually look at when you're drafting to make better picks.
All right, real quick, we got to make a pick. Purdy's the number 1 selection here, but I think we take a skill position player. Do we take Pittman
Purdy
or Godwin?
We go Pittman or Godwin. Yeah, either one.
Let's go Godwin just to get another offense in here, and then we'll come back. We'll hit either Purdy or Dart because both of them will fall to us. We got stacks with both.
Come on, bro. But JJ Zachariason, he's the one I've probably been most consistently watching.
Who do you want, Purdy or Dart? Which one?
Oh, that's tough. Let's go Purdy.
All right, we're going Purdy.
Wow, I'm really, really enjoying this team.
It's a fun team. Purdy does complete that week 17 stack. I was going to say J Dart, if Neighbors is healthy, if we're betting on Neighbors being a dog, J Dart is going to be a dog this year. But anyway, go ahead and say your piece on who you follow.
Yeah, so JJ Zacharyson, and the past couple years, I've been into Sean Siegel over at Roto World or Rotoviz, I think.
Yep.
Super smart guy. Like maybe he just talks really smart and like he tricks people into thinking he's smarter than he is, but he's just a really smart guy, and he's currently writing a book, which is pretty cool. So I guess that's a testament that he's a smart guy.
He is a very smart guy.
So I enjoy his content a lot. He's pretty realistic. He loves the upside. He's taught me a lot of new things that I didn't really know much about. Those are probably the two most consistent guys. I like Ben Gretsch when he talks with Sean Siegel as well on Stealing Bananas.
Yeah.
But I kind of float around. I love to hear different opinions, and I love to hear different guys' like point of views, and how they feel about certain things and different takes. So I listen to a lot of different analysts, but I'd say those guys are kind of the main ones that I really glean the most from.
Yeah. I think I've listened to just about everybody in the industry that's somebody. And I would have to agree, like Sean Siegel's probably one of my favorites. Him and Ben Gretsch, they think about the game in such a unique way that helps you to get outside of just like, I'm going to hit this guy, I'm going to take this guy, I'm not going to take this guy. But it helps you understand why you're taking people, why you're not taking others. And so, yeah, I love both of them. And then just for enjoyment, I love watching the ship chasing guys.
Yeah.
Davis Maddock, Pat Carrain, Jacob Sanderson, Pete Overzet, Mike Shope. Shout out Mike Shope. Mike Shope gets dogged on that show. He deserves way better.
He does.
But that show is very insightful while also being really enjoyable. I think those guys are really funny together. So those are some of the guys I listen to, but I've listened to just about everybody. Me and Caleb have joked a lot because when we started, we were listening to a lot of Roto Underworld with Matt Kelly. All right, who we got here? We got Baker is the highest suggested, but I don't think we want a third quarterback right now. Casey or Higgins?
I've been really on Higgins lately, and I've been coming around Aaron Jones as well. If we want to take our third running back,
I'm good with that. Yeah, we'll hit Higgins. I think I want to diversify a little bit. I believe in Casey a lot, but the Higgins team has been very, very strong recently.
Yeah.
So I like taking him, and then Aaron Jones I think is a great bet. I'm shocked to hear you say Aaron Jones, man. That's crazy. What changed?
It just makes sense. I think I've been preaching all offseason how like into Minnesota that I am, and the offense as a whole. More with Kyler coming in, I think the whole situation changes. I do think it's going to be more of a split backfield with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. I can't stand Jordan Mason, but I've been drafting a lot of him because he probably is going to be the goal line back and the first down back. But Aaron Jones, this is kind of what they do with the veteran running backs, like Alvin Kamara. I can't think of the others right now, but they just love him to put him in the pass game, and they'll just do checkdowns to him all game long, and give him the little bit of like in between tackles runs every now and then, their outside runs. And Aaron Jones is cheap. And if this offense really hits like we think it's going to, I mean, that puts Aaron Jones in a position, to have a high target share and also just be scoring touchdowns that are not goal line related, because I do think it's going to be Jordan Mason. I did want to say real quick is like, I know me and you love Pat Carrain, which if you didn't know, Pat Carrain won the tournament. Was it 4 years ago?
3 or 4 years ago. It was the year that who was the guy from the Bills who almost died on the field? DeMar Hamlin almost died. It was that year.
Okay. But it's funny to me, like when it comes to best ball, he's one of my favorite guys to listen to, but yet he's probably the guy that we probably disagree with the most on player takes. Like for instance, he doesn't like Keaton Mitchell at all. And me and you have been the biggest Keaton Mitchell guys all offseason.
We've been drafting Keaton.
Terrence Ferguson. I'm on Terrence Ferguson, and he isn't.
Yeah.
A lot of different guys I really disagree with him about. But, I mean, I can see his perspective. There's always a side to every single guy. But it's just funny. how much I do enjoy him, but also disagree with him at the same time.
Mike says we only follow guys, not an ally. LOL. And to that, I'll say, Mike, I do listen to some Cooter Doodle streams. I like her; she's pretty good. And Steffi Smalls, she's all right. There's just like not a whole lot in the industry. I know you were making a joke, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm an ally, bro. I'm very allied. Just kidding.
Really quick, I don't know if you saw this, but I just got a notification that Commanders left tackle Laramie Tunsil suffered a torn triceps in practice today.
No way.
I know.
Wow.
That's
we just can't have nice things. We can't have nice things.
Nice things. Nope.
Real quick, I would say Woody Marks is a great pick here. I'm very in on Woody Marks. Cooper's decent. Or we look at tight end because we have no tight ends. Zero tight ends, brother.
That's okay. We can get Goddard.
We're gonna get some of these late guys.
Dalton Schultz. Yeah, we'll stack up 3 or 4.
Yeah, Woody Marks. I think the talk of camp has been that he is definitely going to have a spot on the roster. I know Cooper's here. I'm going to try to bring up some of these other guys. Britton Strange, I think we should do.
Mike, who's your favorite analyst? Besides me, of course.
Yeah, of course, Mike. Who's your favorite analyst besides the brothers?
The boys.
But anyway, it's been that Woody Marks has been getting a ton of work in camp, and it looks like there's going to be kind of a 1-2 punch in Houston. It's not going to be all David Montgomery. I know everybody loves to say, oh, well, Woody Marks sucks. Woody Marks sucks. But I know I've said this multiple times. He might not be good, but at the same time, he's going to get work. The Texans trust him after last year. They carried him into the playoffs. He learned how to protect the ball. Maybe he wasn't the most efficient, but this is a team that wants to run the ball. They also want to have a backfield that's versatile because they've been leaning into these one running back builds with Joe Mixon and last year Woody Marks when it was really just Woody. Nick Chubb really wasn't anything. So anyway, I just think now that they feel like they have 2 guys, they're going to run both of them. And Woody projects more as the pass catching back in that backfield. So I don't know. I think Woody Marks is going to be a smash. Especially at this ADP.
He has standalone value. Usually we're taking shots at guys who hopefully there's an injury, and we can see him on the field. But I think Woody has standalone value just without an injury. I think they can both coexist and both be, beneficial.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we love Woody.
Mike says that's a very strong wide receiver room. You thinking about stopping there? And I was just thinking that. I think we got carried away. We were so in it. We're gonna have to take probably 2 other tight ends to get to 3 tight ends. I think we're good on our quarterbacks. I like Hurts. I like Purdy. I think we're gonna be fine there. We probably need to get at least 1 or I think we just need 1 running back, but maybe 2, depending on who falls to us. And then I think we do take another shot at receiver. I mean, I'm all about these 7-8 wide receiver builds. I think that they are high upside, especially we've got a hero running back build right now with Bijan as the hero. Yeah, you start 4 wide receivers. Obviously, this is half point PPR, so it's a little less, points for the receivers. But at the same time, just the way this team is built, I want to have a revolving door at that flex of the receivers and getting guys with spike week. So we probably will take another receiver or 2 and try to get some high upside guys because, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. So 2 tight ends, 1 running back, and we got 2 more spots after that. So, definitely taking at least 1 more receiver. I do like Dalton Schultz here if he falls to us, Cabes. But I also like Marshawn Lloyd. I think Marshawn Lloyd is the guy that I'd be taking first because I can get on some of these other tight ends. Marshawn Lloyd's flying up the draft boards right now.
I'm all about Marshawn. I've been taking.
Are you all about Marshawn, bro?
And I feel good about it, mostly because I've never liked Josh Jacobs.
It's funny because I haven't really taken a lot of Marshawn, but mainly because all my slows haven't gotten to this point of the draft yet.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see. This guy's got 3 running backs. He's probably going to take a tight end. Did he take Stroud? I'm going to just take Marshawn here. I don't want to miss out on Marshawn. And then we'll take Schultz or Hawkinson. You can convince me on Varner or Kate Otten. I love this team. I really love this team. I think we're cooking, bro. I think we're cooking. And if Schultz falls to us,
fun story. Yours truly endured an injury himself.
Oh yeah, tell us about it. Yeah, we got to put you on the injury report.
I'm just taking some Tylenol, so don't get wiggy.
Wiggy. All right, Schultz falls to us. Yeah, tell us what happened. All right, no, but tell the people.
So I play a lot of pickup basketball. It's the besides this, probably my other favorite hobby. I play consistently on Friday mornings. But anyways, yesterday, Friday, was different. I jumped for a rebound. I came down. I felt a very aggressive snap and pop in my knee. And then I just endured some of the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my life for about 3 minutes. Started praying my little heart out. Lord, please help me. And
help me.
He came through because the pain subsided. I was able to kind of evaluate. But I couldn't walk on it. So I went to the doctor and I was super stressed it was going to be worse, but it wasn't. It was a torn meniscus, which still sounds rough. But I learned that it's not as bad as it could be. The MCL, PCL, and ACL obviously are a lot worse. So thank you, Jesus. It wasn't worse. But all I have to say is it still aches and it still hurts. And for some reason, it's bothering me real bad right now. I just need to prop my foot up like up in the air and scream. You guys just have a perfect shot looking down my shorts.
So you're day to day right now.
I'm day to day right now. I think I'm gonna avoid the pup list, but
Mike says we got to drop you a few rounds in ADP now. So yeah, I think that's a very accurate take. Caleb's going down from round 15 to 16 at least at a minimum.
Cam's going over me now. I'm gonna be pissed.
That'd be crazy, dude. Like a fantasy analyst draft. I'm sure we would be picked last. Hi, we're right here.
I mean, if it came to like physical sports, like a football game or a basketball game,
we'd be cooking them. Hey, I'm a little bit of an athlete. You seen some of these fantasy analysts out here, bro? I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Not trying to pick on nobody, but small body,
I
bro.
Love you guys, but y'all are nothing in the paint. Well, let me get my knee back, and then you nothing in the paint.
I would also say they're nothing in the paint, but after the last few weeks of playing pickup with you, I will do them dirty with the post moves, but I cannot finish a layup to save my life. It is unbelievable.
That's the hardest part, just getting that touch around the rim. You got great.
I got to get the touch. I got to get the touch. Hey, what can I say? I got to get the touch.
So real quick, let me ask you. I just saw Antonio Williams just went off the board at 16. Someone I was excited about, but now with the recent news, training camp news hasn't been excited about him. And then also they signed Stephon Diggs, which we all kind of anticipated. But I guess let me ask you, how are you feeling about the wide receiver room or the receiving room in general for the Commanders? And is there any hope for our wide receiver 3 guy, Antonio Williams?
Yeah, I think Antonio Williams is kind of dead. First off, there hasn't been a whole lot of hype about him. He could pop off later in the year. I just think it's going to take him some time. I will say to his credit that Jaden Daniels has had a history of finding, mini receivers within the game. We've seen this the last 2 years where he kind of spreads the ball around. But I think Luke McCaffrey has earned some, more work. I think that Treylon Burks has actually done enough to earn more work. So Antonio Williams kind of is the odd man out, especially with Diggs, who would be playing the role that we want Antonio Williams to be in. So yeah, I think it's very bullish for Jaden. Like Jaden's going to be a stud. However, there goes Gunnar Helm right before us. You want Sean Tucker? You can do Jeremy, Pat Bryant.
What about Pat Fryermuth?
Nah, let's do Pat.
In.
All right, we'll do Pat.
Yeah,
I think Pat combo.
Like we get the.
Really wish we had that.
But
really wish we had that DK. Could take Jeremy. I was gonna say Rashad Bateman's a guy who I've been somewhat interested in, but we don't have to take him. Who you want?
Back up.
Tucker's gone. Jeremy, Emmett Johnson, Rashad, Quick.
They're all the same to me.
Let's take Jacoby Lane. Let's go with the guy we ain't said nothing about.
Well, I was gonna say I think my highest roster guy right now is Elijah Surratt. So let's roll the dice on Lane.
Dude. Well, so have you seen the stuff about Jacoby Lane in Ravens camp?
One nice one-handed catch. You know, I'm not trying to
okay. That's what I thought.
No. My bad. Keep going.
Here's the thing. Jacoby Lane was a second-round pick. He was a higher draft pick than Elijah Surratt. There was a time when he was a better high school prospect coming into college than a guy like Mekhi Lemon. And notably, we do get both Mekhi and Jacoby on this team. Kind of fun. But the talk around camp is that Jacoby Lane has been so good. There was a beat reporter today for the Ravens that said he has never seen a wide receiver come into camp and play as well as he has in the past like 20 years at training camp. Could totally be FUD. It sucks because I got a lot of Elijah Surratt too. I've not been taking any Jacoby Lane, but it makes sense. Higher draft capital to Lane. He'll play on the outside, and I think Bateman, I think is going to have a pretty decent year. He's coming off a terrible year last year, but apparently they're trying to move him all around the formation, get him in motion, kind of be that move receiver. And I just think he's going to be awesome. Real quick, we got a couple comments. LOL Simo says, hi, Mike. And then K-Space 91, y'all running another one. Absolutely we are. We are going to go to DraftKings. But if you want to hop in, you could definitely hop in on the DraftKings one. Let me know if you got DraftKings. Smash the like button. Let's go. My guy, K-Space 91. What a dog. Welcome to the club. All right, Cabe, sing him a little song. Sing him a little song to welcome him to the stream.
Hey, K-Space. Hey, K-Space. Come on. Hey, I love my little K-Space.
Hey.
I hold him and I look at his face. We're talking. Hey, bro, this is a sneak peek. That's just a sneak peek. I got more where that came from.
He said, we good, man.
We good.
Some people call me a space cowboy. You are a space cowboy.
See you later, Space Cowboy.
Hey, I do love Space Cowboy.
It's one of my first live shit. No, that's wrong. Actually, forget I said anything. I saw.
Don't even say stuff like
when
that.
I was younger. But anyways, the receiver room in Baltimore.
Hold on. We got to take running back. Emmett Johnson, Kalen Black, Nicholas Singleton, Kamani Vidal.
I've taken a lot of Emmett. We can continue with the Emmett trade if you want.
Let's do Singleton.
Oh!
I know that's kind of we both believe in Singleton.
I do like Singleton. I just don't think it's this year. I think they're going to try to get what they can get out of Tony Pollard, and Tajay Spears, honestly, is one of the best receiving backs in the league. So,
dude,
you're still going to see the field.
Let's go real quick. Mike Robb said, "Oh, the good viewers are coming to you boys. LOL Simo is great at underdog too. Let's go. Another underdog boy. Welcome to the squad. Welcome, LOL Simo. Glad to have you here. We're running another one, right? Yeah, absolutely. We're going to run another.
Yep.
Do y'all want? I mean, look, we don't have to do a DraftKings tonight. Y'all let us know. Should we do another underdog or should we do a DraftKings?
Yeah,
let us know. We'll review the team real quick, and then you can tell us. Let's take a look at this team. A 2-6-7-3 build. Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy. Nice week 17 stack between those two. Fire. Running back room, Bijan, Bashal, Aaron Jones, Woody Marks, Marshawn Lloyd, Nicholas Singleton. I think that's a great running back room. I'm not going to lie.
That's great,
That's
bro.
real nice. Receiver room, Malik Neighbors, Devonta Smith, Mike Evans, Mekhi Lemon, Chris Godwin, Jaden Higgins, Jacoby Lane.
Yep.
This receiver room could be incredible. This is a high variance receiver room because it all depends on Neighbors being healthy. Depends on Smith. Is he going to pay off at that price? Mike Evans, is he going to stay healthy? Mekhi Lemon, all of these guys are high variance. But then the tight end room, I thought it shook out pretty well. Brenton Strange, Dalton Schultz, Pat Freiermuth. I love that.
One of these guys is going to get you 10 points every single week. They're all the same person.
100%.
And usually when we go late on tight end, we end up looking back at this and like gagging with a spoon. But this one worked out for us. I say what you want. Say what you want. 3 halves make a pretty cool tight end.
3 halves make an egg.
I like that.
Oh, K-Space said that's his underdog name, Space Cowboy. That's awesome. He wasn't in here? I guess not. All right, guys. I haven't heard anything in the chat, so if we don't hear anything, I'm going to go over to DraftKings because we wanted to draft one on DraftKings. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with DraftKings where the ADPs are different, and I feel like for some reason everybody doesn't like the guys I like, which could be bad, but I get a lot of the guys I like at DraftKings, so it works out well. But recently, for some reason, DraftKings is like glitching up in fast drafts, and sometimes like it'll move through like 3 to 5 picks, but won't register on the board, and then all of a sudden it all catches up again, and I'm like on the clock with like 5 seconds left to pick, and it's so frustrating. It is so.
K-Space, you want another underdog? You let me know, man. That's all I gotta say. You give me the word, man.
Yep.
We're easy to please. While we wait real quick to give some time to respond, Mike did say this earlier, and I never got to say anything, but he said biggest winner from the Dig signing is DC area pink cocaine dealers, as the price of the brick has now gone up. 100%. 100%. All right, K-Space says yes. So we'll do another underdog. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. We'll do another puppy.
Have you guys been to DC before? Cam, I know you have, but I can't stand DC.
K-Space will do a puppy.
I have to.
You ready? Oh wait.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta. Hold on. I forgot. I'm down on my bread. Hold on. Let me make sure I got some money in that thing, bro. Yeah, I gotta put some money down, man. Hey, bills is low. Let me just put this down right quick. Is that right? What is happening? We're gonna hop into another pup.
Pup guy. I love all these dogs.
Do I have five? It's saying I have $5, which is kind of crazy. But I think it's just delayed. All right, we're doing another puppy. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up so you can see when we hop in. Let's go, boys. Football season right here around the corner. I just love my life. I love my life.
I know.
All right, here we go. Puppy 3.
I'm going to be in like the homeless shelter for the next like 3-4 months until one of these best ball teams pay off.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Pup dog.
Why did not enter? There it goes.
Wow, it filled up quick. Okay. Do you see Space Cowboy?
Oh, that blows.
No,
there he is. Pick 2. Let's go, Space.
Let's go. And we got 4.
All right. Now here's the rule, Space. You can't just get on here and start, stealing our picks.
No. Space. Go right ahead and steal the picks. I know exactly where I'm going. If you
making it difficult for us.
No. There's always another option.
All right, while we wait for this draft, I do need to share the ad with you guys. So we'll do a quick ad break, about 60 seconds, and we'll be right back.
We have got a brand new sponsor that we are absolutely stoked about.
Yeah, because unlike Cam's NFL takes, this one's actually easy to recommend.
Seriously, though, Grace Coffee isn't just good coffee. 10% of every subscription helps support a child in need. If you subscribe, you're actually connected with one child that you can support and encourage over time.
It's specialty grade coffee, which basically means it's in the top 5% of all coffee that you can buy. That means absolutely no mold, no debris, no pesticides, and no worrying about the coffee that you are consuming. That's peace of mind that is harder and harder to find these days.
As someone who's sponsored a child before, it really is one of the most fulfilling things you can do. Grace Coffee is in the business of making incredible coffee and a difference in the world.
You're already drinking coffee every morning. And if you're like me, you drink multiple cups a day just to keep up with life. It might as well do some good too.
Use the promo code SUNDAY15 when you check out for 15% off your total order. We'll drop the link in the description below so that you can check them out. Huge thanks to Grace Coffee for making a difference in the world and for supporting Sunday Concessions.
Now, let's get back to the show.
Sick. All right, we did get pick 4. We went Puka. Kind of an easy pick there. And Space Cowboy took Jamar Chase, which I love the conviction. I love it.
I love that. I have not gotten a lot of Puka this year.
LOL Simo, I sponsor 4 kids. Yeah, I sponsored 3 kids as well. Caleb sponsors 1, you know.
I don't know.
Taking on extra kids is kind of crazy. But if you are going to drink coffee, now I will tell you that coffee is freaking awesome. That coffee is so good.
I do enjoy the coffee a good amount. The only problem I have right now is that every time I watch that ad, the more I feel like my eyes keep slanting more and more.
That's crazy.
I don't know why. There must be some, some variance in my heritage because it just keeps slanting.
Well, it's funny too because when I smile, I'll have like one eye that like partially closes. It's so funny. But yeah, so I was gonna say that coffee is actually very good. I'm a big coffee snob, live in Richmond, Virginia, so tons of good coffee places around here, and man, it's real good. But anyway, baby, we're back. Look at that. K-Space is talking about your painting. He said earlier that you just said F a green screen. You just got a painting. How much is that painting worth, Gabes?
Dude, I'm pretty sure my wife like thrifted it for like $3.
Dude, that's how you know.
We're big thrift store people. I hate shopping, but thrifting is pretty fun. I take that back. I don't enjoy the process, but I enjoy finding the stuff and getting it for so cheap when I go thrifting. So
yeah,
take that how you want. But yeah, most of my stuff is thrifted, and I'm okay with that. It's enjoyable.
You know what I can't stand? I can't stand going to Goodwill because I get like Goodwill clothes sometimes. Man, dude, sometimes the smell coming off of them things and it's like a cleaner, like it's some kind of cleaner. All right, AJ here. AJ?
Yeah.
Okay. You went quiet on me. I got a little nervous.
I think I like Drake more than AJ, but that's okay. Earlier.
K-Space said preach about the smell. Dude, that smell is rough, man. I can't do it. Like my wife just got me this. It was a pretty nice polo, like brand new. And got it for me for work, and I put it on the first day. I was like, "Dag, I can't do this, man. This thing is humming." And
you gotta wash them when you get them back. When you get them,
she washed it like 4 or 5 times, and it still had the smell faintly. But my old clothes all smelled like diesel, so I guess
it just smells like someone just like put in a 24-hour shift in the morgue before giving it to Goodwill.
Look at. Dude, Space Cowboys on it. Emeka Egbuka, I love that pick. Who we bringing up, Caves? Should we go Brees? Let's go Brees. We don't have a running back.
Brees. I like Brees. Please give me a Brees. Give me a Brees.
All right, we'll go Brees.
I did, however, one time got a pair of nice church khaki pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put them on. I wasn't crazy about them, but I reached in the back pocket, found a $5 bill. Come on, bro.
A $5 bill?
$5
That's
bill.
crazy. That's crazy.
And this was years ago when you can get a lot of stuff for $1, like a McChicken. So like $5.
Now $5 will barely get you the McChicken. They only give you half the mayonnaise, which actually is a good thing if you think about it. They be slamming that thing in mayonnaise. They just dip it. I will say I want to shout out K-Space here because he took Emeka Egbuka there at pick 2, and we've been doing that a lot, bringing Egbuka up. Love Egbuka this year. I think he is going to be an absolute smash. He did say ill a Jets player to our Brees Hall pick, and to that I say, oh yeah, there it is. He's a Dolphins fan. He knows we suck, but the Jets, yeah. I mean, the Jets do perennially suck. But there's got to be at least one year that they hit, right? They got Garrett Wilson, they got Brees, they got Kenyon Sadiq now, and Omar Cooper, which, Omar's whatever. Kenyon, I think, is actually very talented. The O-line's pretty good.
O-line is very solid.
Caves' guy, Isaiah Davis, in the backfield, he's pretty good. So, like,
well, now,
I don't know. This could be the year. And Brees, I loved Brees coming out. I thought Brees was a fantastic prospect. I thought people were super low on him. And I feel like this could be a year that he really goes off. But,
hear me out. Sorry to cut you off. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
Geno Smith, 2 years ago, was like leading the league in passing stats. He was slinging that thing with Seattle. Last year, he goes to the Raiders, and the whole team fell apart. Worst O-line in the league. Don't at me. It was horrendous. So bad.
Worst.
They had no scheme. They had no tactics. Brock Bowers goes out. They trade Jacoby Myers. No pass catchers at all. So Geno is just getting slammed left and right. If this offense can really dial in a pattern of getting the ball out of Geno Smith's hands pretty quick and to the playmakers, I mean, this could be a very solid offense this year for fantasy purposes. And they could compete in some games.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Jets.
Now, we're not taking a lot of Garrett Wilson. We're probably not taking a lot of Garrett Wilson and Brees. Thank God Garrett got taken there because we might have had to take him.
Scat.
You want Scat? I like
Colston.
Scat.
Or Colston. Scat or Colston.
Let's go Scat.
I think I like Scat, though.
I like Scat.
I think Scat, without the injury, we'd be looking at him at being like a second-round pick right now.
Oh, man. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. K-Space is talking about Mason Taylor. I think Mason Taylor's a dog. He last year I wasn't into him early on, but he really grew on me. And at the end of the year, I thought he was balling pretty well. And I think he's probably going to start off the season pretty good. I think he's a really good best ball pick, especially if your tight end room's kind of, jacked up. Or if you get Kenyon Sadiq, just buy the tight end room.
Right.
I don't really mind that. Coming back up on our pick, Space Cowboys up. He took Terry. Now he takes Jameson. I love it. He's going heavy receiver after the actually is that all receivers? Hey, I love the conviction. All right, Caves. We already got Puka. I'm not a big fan of stacking Puka and Devontae.
Right.
You want Bashal?
We could go Bashal or let's hit Bashal again.
We're gonna hit Bashal.
I don't care. That is my conviction pick. Man, I love Bashal.
Space Cowboy. I'm wildin'.
Yeah, dude. You're nuts.
I love it. I love the conviction. We've done a lot of zero running back teams. Started off the summer with like straight all zero running back or hero RB teams. But I think that just the more we've gone on, kind of balancing out the portfolio. And I think a lot of these running backs will have good usage. Like Scat, like last year, man, he was averaging like 18 points per game as a rookie until he got hurt. Obviously, there's the injury risk of him continuing like to just be dumb and running into brick walls. But like, if he's healthy and that offense is, generally healthy with Neighbors, like I think that offense can be really good.
Let's talk about Space Cowboys' last pick, Jameson Williams. We've probably talked about it at some point, but I think Jameson is probably my least rostered receiver that go in the first 5 rounds. And it's not that I don't like Jameson, because I really feel like Detroit does a really good job at consolidating the offense and just giving the ball to the main guys with Laporta, Jameer, Amon-Ra, and J-Mo. Sometimes, though, I can't help but to feel that he's just a little high as a wide receiver, too, and he's more of just a big play threat. And I can't help but to feel a little bit more conviction that Laporta might be more of the second receiving option in the offense. And that's probably a hot take, but I don't know, man. I can really see Laporta kind of being the second go-to guy after Amon-Ra and Jameer, because Jameer is going to be featured a lot in the passing game. But I think they are going to design. It's going to be a lot more manufactured touches for J-Mo. That's kind of what I'm going to. And it's a little scary for me clicking on a guy in the first 5 rounds that's more dependent on manufactured touches, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't gotten a whole lot of J-Mo, but I still, like last year, that was his best year by far. And I think that the Lions would be silly to put that, kind of production back into the box, if you will. Laporta is still coming off the injury. I think they're going to split games. There's going to be games where Laporta goes off. There's going to be games where J-Mo goes off, but I do like J-Mo. But you're right. There's other starting receivers that, could potentially be better than him. DJ Moore is a guy that I've been slowly getting more of, even though not a big fan of him. Oh man, look at this. Are we going to be at Brian Thomas? I think we got to take Brian, right?
Yeah,
or Jaden.
Or Marv, if you feel pretty convicted about Marv, or Jaden. Yeah.
No, I want Brian.
Let's go.
Okay. I hate when underdog does that. So annoying.
Yeah, it's just the other part that was an outlier for me as well was like Amon-Ra had just a couple games where he was hurt last year and either didn't finish a game or missed the game. I can't remember. It was later in the year, and even then, like J-Mo was okay, but it wasn't like he just was this wide receiver too, like a T. Higgins who just stepped in and immediately took over like the production that Amon-Ra was taking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, that's a big role to fill because it's Amon-Ra St. Brown, probably one of the better receivers in the league, and different style of receiver. But it's still, if I'm drafting a wide receiver 2 that high in a draft, I would like to know that there is upside with an injury, that this guy could be wide receiver 1, like the T. Higgins. Or George Pickens, and those guys go earlier, obviously, for a reason. But, you get my point with that.
All right, this is saying T-Law. I'm open to Jaden Reed. Open to Jalen Hurts.
T-Law. Actually, pass up Jaden. Let's go T-Law.
Let's do T-Law. All right, we'll do T-Law. We'll get our little Jag stack. We can backstack that pretty well. I do want to go back here because K-Space was rolling some comments. He said Tootin rumored to split. Well, I was just going to say, you got to – that guy, John Shipley, he's the dude, look at this crap. Jonathan Brooks at pick 78. That's unbelievable. Over Ramondre is just, tell me. That's crazy. Anyway, John Shipley is kind of nuts. He always hypes up everybody. Last year it was Tank Bigsby, and Tank Bigsby got traded, but there was this whole thing about Tank Bigsby is going to be the leader in the running back room, and Etienne's role was threatened by him, and of course lie detector test determined that was a lie. So just got to keep your head on and remember that Basal Tootin's that guy. He also said he's got 30% Tyrone Tracy, 50% Scat. That's crazy, 50% Scat. I mean, I'm heavy on Scat, but 50%, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I was so heavy on Tracy, honestly, earlier in the offseason. Like, I was getting so much Tracy, but I forgot who was talking about him, was saying, like, just not very excited about him. And I guess it kind of made me slow down on it a little bit, but I shouldn't have. I think I should have stayed in the Tracy train.
I mean, I've gotten a ton of Tracy. Like I've gotten a ton of Tracy. I love Tyrone Tracy. but because I think they will. Tyron Tracy's going to have a role. He's earned it over the last few years. He's been consistent. I mean, he's been great, but I still love Scat. Been trying to get more. And I will say to you, Space, that it will be a split. Like, I don't think you're drafting Bashal Tootin in the 4th round or the 5th round to be, the all-out bell cow. If he was going to be a bell cow, he'd be going in the 2nd round, know, and we haven't seen it yet. It probably will be a split. Here's the thing is that Chris Rodriguez, 1, has never been good. 2, I know that like Liam Cohen loves him. He coached him before. But right now he's going to be running probably goal line, which Bashal was the goal line back last year, and he was highly efficient at converting, short down and distance and goal line conversions. It's our pick.
Went Dart or Rico or Xavier.
Let's go Dart. Let's go Dart because we can come back. Maybe we can get Fannin. But I think I like Dart here.
Dart last round, so we'll go with him this time.
Well, we got Trevor and Jackson. I think that's a good quarterback room. A lot of late stacks we can do.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's easy to overanalyze the Chris Rodriguez signing too. The team needed depth. They needed running backs. They lost Tank Bigsby and Travis A-Chan. I'm not using that. ETN. So they needed depth. They really wanted J.K. Dobbins, I think, is what I heard. And they didn't get J.K. He got re-signed.
Yeah,
I think the plan all along was to be Bashal. It was always supposed to be Bashal. All paths, all roads led to Bashal. And I can't stop hammering this is the exact situation. I love it. Go ahead.
Don't even have to ask.
Years ago with Chase Brown and Zach Moss, the exact same thing to me. Where it was even crazier back in the day because people were bringing up Zach Moss and drafting Zach Moss over Chase Brown. And as if like Zach Moss was like this high-end running back that had proven his worth as this like RB1. And it's dumb. We can't believe everything in training camps. I know it's easy to believe the stuff you want to believe. You do got to hear some of it. Chris Rodriguez is going to be worked in. It's not going to be all Bashal. He's not going to carry every single ball. But he's the more dynamic back. He's the more talent. He's growing. He was the first pick in the Liam Cohen offense, so we know that Liam likes him. Yeah. It's just Bashal is the upside play.
And Space says you're smarter than me. No way, bro. We're just 2 guys with access to computers and webcams.
I sure am.
Hey!
This coming from the guy who blew out his knee jumping for a rebound.
Get my rebound. He did mention ETN a second ago, and I did want to bring that up because he went in the 2nd round just a couple years ago, and then he says they destroyed his value. I thought ETN was pretty serviceable last year, but you're right. He was drafted early to be a bell cow, and that's what I'm saying is like Bashal's not being drafted to be a bell cow. Where he's going is perfectly reasonable to take him. Even if he's in a split, I think he can pay off at that price. And ETN also, like, I just don't know how much of a fit he was for the offense. But they did ride him last year pretty well. And so I think ETN, I just think that Bashal is going to be a very good pick. I agree with Caleb. We've talked about the Zach Moss comparison, not just a pattern match, but we want to think clearly about these things, and like guys have to be good to get opportunity most of the time. And most of the time, the good players are going to get opportunity. Not saying Bashal's like good, but comparatively to Chris Rodriguez, like I don't think Chris Rodriguez is very good at all. He couldn't even stop Bill last year from being good.
That's a
TDB
great point.
TDB says KB and Caves, what up? What up, TDB?
Yeah.
Speaking of Bill, shall we take Bill?
Go right ahead.
I like Bill right here.
And that's the other thing. Like, obviously, the identity of the Jaguars offense is not run first. They're going to run a lot of receivers. Trevor's going to throw the ball a lot. They probably want to throw more heavier packages in with tight ends. So, again, we're not saying Bashal's going to be anything insane. But just looking at the trends and what the offense is doing, I just think the sole fact that they felt okay with letting go of 2 of their top 3 running backs, Tank Bigsby and ETN shows that they have trust in Bashal, that they draft him for a reason and they want him to be a part of the offense. And like Cam said, you have to be really good to be, a starting any kind of role on an offense. The wide receiver 3 on teams, like you don't just walk in and get the wide receiver 3 spot. You have to prove, that you're worth it.
I want to go Shakir here. I know the stack is Hunter, but I think we need one more receiver.
That's cool.
And there's a chance that Travis Hunter will fall back to us. So according to ADP, but we'll see. Anyway, he did say he was just he was screwed by ETN. And so he'll never forget
I was too.
The Jags running backs. I'll say this. I used to have a rule in fantasy, which was never draft Lions running backs. Because every year there was this guy who was going to be the Lions or no, was it Lions running backs? No, it's Patriots running backs. Oh man, for the longest time, it was never draft a Patriots running back. And because I would fall for it every year, thinking this guy was going to be the next GOAT. And I mean, if y'all remember Rex Burkhead, Rex Burkhead, I was all in on Rex Burkhead, and it just didn't pan out. I mean, he had some good
who mine
seasons,
was?
but overdrafted. Who?
Stephen Ridley.
Oh yeah, Lawrence Maroney.
James White.
James White was decent at the tail end of his career. Once he was a later round pick, but that was the thing. You had to get him at the right price, and some of these prices are wrong. Like, I don't know. Yeah, man, guys, thank you so much. Real quick, while you're all here, like if you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're live every weekend doing best ball drafts, talking shop. Caleb and I will probably be doing a video here soon. Well, I'll just say it real quick. We'll probably be doing some mock drafts for redraft, so that you guys can have some ideas of what we're thinking about according to ESPN ADP or Yahoo ADP, whatever you're drafting on. Cabes, who do we take here?
Keaton Mitchell fell. Chiga Okonkwo.
Let's just take Keaton and be done at running back.
We could.
We will.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
we will. And of course, Travis Hunter didn't fall to us. Where did he go? Pick 132. Pick 132. Crazy. Yeah. Wow. Crazy. I love it, dude. I love it. Man. If I'm looking at this team, Cabes, pick one guy on our team that you think by the end of the year we'll go, man, that guy should have never been drafted there. Like he was too much of a reach. We were wishing on him.
Oh man. I mean, you could go recency bias and maybe say Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
Just because of the year he had. I still believe in Brian Thomas. I try not to take a lot of Buffalo players unless it's Josh Allen or James Cook.
Right.
I know you got Shakir. I don't mind that. It's a late pick, so I don't think you're getting hurt too bad if he's kind of just a very mid. But man, Buffalo players just really grind my gears just because they're all role players.
All right, real quick, Fergie.
More.
Jay Ferg's dropped almost 15 spots in ADP.
That's crazy.
I think we're taking Ferg.
I love Chig, but if you want to go Ferg, you can do that.
Well, I think Chig takes a massive hit with Diggs signing.
I don't think it's a massive
that's a massive hit. That is a massive hit. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm just going to tell you it's a massive hit, bro.
No.
Because the whole appeal of Chig is the fact that he's going to be running all the short routes, that he's, one of the only other viable targets on the offense outside of Terry McLaurin and potentially Rashad White. So he'd be running those across the middle routes. Diggs is going to run all those routes. Not to say that Chig is not going to be good, but for me, I think he needs to drop another round for me to be willing to take him because I hate Ferg. You're right. I hate Ferg, but Ferg's going to get his share of the offense. He does it every year. It's so annoying most of the time. You know, I don't know. That's just my take on the situation. That's just me, bro. Hey,
Yeah, no, I get it. I guess to combat is that Stephon Diggs was the wide receiver one for his team last year in New England, right? One of the best offenses in the league. Drake May almost won MVP. And even then, this man was honestly pretty inconsistent and not that great. He had his games, but he also had his down games. And I think he's just on the wrong side of his age, probably the wrong side of his, just injuries and bodies in general. I think this just gives Jaden a good receiver to throw to. Obviously, Antonio Williams wasn't working out. That's why they made the move. It's why it took them so long to make this move. But I'm such a believer in David Blau, the new OC, and I think they went out and acquired Chig for a reason because they knew exactly what he brought to the table. And I think they actually interviewed him, and he talked about they knew exactly the skill set that Chig had, and that's exactly what they wanted to fit into the offense, what they wanted to run. So I just think Chig has a very solidified position within the offense that they are going to utilize. And Stephon Diggs is going to get his. But late in the game, when Chig is just our wide receiver or tight end 2, I'm taking Chig all day. Jake Ferguson is fun. Honestly, though, he was only good when CD was hurt last year. Sorry. He had some touchdowns, but honestly, I don't see there's any upside to him unless there's an injury. That's it.
I don't think we're looking for upside right here. We're looking for consistent points. And yeah, Chig has upside, but that means his floor is way low. Can we go Flournoy or Jawan? Pick one.
Flournoy to go with our stack.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, we can agree to disagree. Here's the thing. I've been burned by Chig multiple years now. Because he's athletic. He's one of these tight ends that, everybody's always going to be interested in him because he is super athletic. He's got good speed. But that isn't like what you need all the time for a tight end. A tight end has to be able to block to stay on the field during play action. And I don't think Chig's a very good blocker. And, I think now Jaden is a guy who typically spreads out the ball, and other than like with Terry. But now you add in Diggs, and there's a larger slice of the pie taken away from a potential Chig breakout. And so you can say what you want on Jake Ferguson, but he performs even when CD's in there, because I had CD and George Pickens the last 2 years and would be furious watching Red Zone when Jake Ferguson's big dumb head was catching a post touchdown right on my dome piece. So that's just where I'm at. All right, do we take a tight end here? Well, you want to go Zachariah Branch, Cabes?
Yeah, let's take Zach.
I like Zach. There's been a lot of good stuff from him.
Yeah.
All right. What's that?
Yeah. I understand the stability. I do, but in best ball, I want the upside. Chig is younger. Obviously, we know that tight ends take a little bit longer to kind of develop and really get going. Like I said, I guess my conviction comes from David Blau and wanting this guy more than he wanted Stephon Diggs, because he went and got Chig immediately and he waited this long to get Diggs. And again, Diggs is going to take from Chig. Chig was probably the wide receiver 2 until Diggs stepped in. So you still got the wide receiver 3 spot, and they're probably going to run similar routes. But I think Chig's got more to prove, honestly. I love the upside, because I think we got guys already on the team that can score a lot of points and consistent points. I like taking the shot, But again, we can
I get it.
You're a big knucklehead, so. I just love this so much. I want to go back to the conversation earlier. People were talking about who our favorite analysts are. And, Sean Siegel and Ben Gretsch had a very, very similar argument like a couple of weeks ago. And the argument was between, way worse, honestly, than our guys. Well, who knows? Between Kate Otten and Eli Stowers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Siegel wanted Eli Stowers for the upside and the variance, and Gretsch, because of the build of the team, wanted Kate Otten. And honestly, I could have gone either way with either one of them. They both made really good arguments. It was kind of hard to choose like a side. I still haven't really chosen a side because both really made sense.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody's going to disagree. We're never going to agree fully on these guys. You've liked Chig this whole offseason, so like,
Right.
I don't. It doesn't shock me that you want to.
And I'm
Chig
probably
there.
gonna get burnt.
Probably.
It probably like
Probably.
90% of these late round guys that I like, I get burnt on because they are
Yeah.
so freaking tough to call out on.
They are tough.
So
They are
honestly,
very
at the end of
tough.
the year, we'll come back to this video and you'll be like, Caleb, you big, dumb, stupid idiot. Jake Ferguson was averaging 12 points and Jig averaged 3.
Well, and especially in this build where like we have the Fannin, we have the upside guy, and probably a decent floor guy. We just need to have that backstop in case something happens to Fannin, because we'll probably do a 2 tight end build here. And so like I think having him, if we had Chig and Harold Fannin were to get hurt and Chig was our only other tight end, that would make me feel really scared. Whereas Jake Ferguson, I think, is good for 4 catches, 40 yards, and potentially a touchdown. Now, this is interesting. If Terrence Ferguson falls, do we take Ferguson or do we take Marshawn?
Oh,
I want Marshawn. I want Marshawn bad.
go ahead, dog.
I want Marshawn.
And I'll agree with
bad.
you there is that we actually got Jake Ferguson well past ADP. And
Well
honestly, it always works out to take the fallers. Every single time it works out. So that's where I probably will lean, a little bit with what you're saying.
Right. And then it opens us up to the Cowboys offense, which I think the Cowboys offense is going to be very good this year. Flournoy, a lot of positive things coming out about him from camp. I don't think he's going to really do crazy things, but he's like the spike week king, and so like it just opens us up to that other offense, and he stacks really well in the playoffs for us. So I think it was more of a, oh, baby Cabes, you know who we're getting here?
Jeremy.
That combo. Oh, wait, do we take Darnell Mooney?
Yes.
Because we got Dart.
Do have Dart. Oof. I like Pat more, but
we're taking Pat. We're taking Pat because
love
Pat's
Pat.
going to be
Pat's
the
my
wide receiver too. Oh my gosh, Pat is such a good pick there. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I've there's so many players I get burned on
Wait a second.
every year.
We had the Cowboy stack. Do we take Joe Milton as our last pick of the draft?
Now that's an idea.
Turn that goody goo. I had to think for a second who the backup was. I was like running through all the backups. I was like, Cooper Rush? No. Trey Lance? No.
You know who's another fun? That's crazy. Space Cowboy. Shout out Space Cowboy. Took Jaden Blue in the 14th round. I can't believe Jaden Blue's blown up to the 14th round.
So sweet. Man, me and you were such big Jaden Blue guys last year.
We were huge on him. We had him in like every dynasty draft. Either one of us, whichever leagues we were in or our own leagues. But, man, I don't know. Like I said, he could be fine. But he just scares me. He's so frail, so tiny. Oh, do we take a little Ted Hurst?
Probably.
Or we can take Malachi Fields. Get us a stack.
I did just start taking Malachi Fields.
I ain't take none. I have 0% Malachi.
I've only gotten him like maybe 3 different injuries, but just in case.
Yeah, I just don't take a lot of them. That's just my thing, dude. He's very athletic.
I did not like him as a prospect, but you know what? If we can be taking Dejan, then I guess we can make a shot at Malachi.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Is Cyrus Allen gone as well? That'd be pretty funny.
I think so. People are loving Cyrus.
I'm assuming Jacoby Lane's gone as well. So yeah, it's gonna be between Malachi Fields, Ted Hurst.
Cyrus and all those guys are gone before Ted. That's so dumb.
Dude, it's so dumb that we can get Ted Hurst at the back end of this draft. Oh my gosh, dude. Ted Hurst is going to be a dog. He is going to be a dog.
He's going to be good.
Man. All right, we're gonna break down these teams. Space Cowboys making his last pick. Hey, Space, I appreciate you for hopping in the stream, man. Hopping in the draft with us. We're gonna shout out your team. We're gonna call it out. If you're watching in chat, we want you to grade the teams. We want to hear what you think about these teams. So we're going to start here at pick 2. This is Space Cowboys team. He did a 3.573. That's pretty white girl of him. Pretty white girl. Pretty cautious of you. But it was a 0 wide receiver or 0 running back build. So we got Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Emeka Egbuka, Terry McLaurin, J-Mo, which I think is a fantastic starter. I love those receivers. Love that. Tucker Kraft, Chuba Hubbard. I love the scoop and the dipperino on the Chuba Hubbard. J.K. Dobbins was a great faller to you there.
Yep.
Kyle Monungai, I think, is a great pick for this is a good running back room. And then Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, Jalen Naylor. Wow. Can't believe Jalen Naylor was there. I have not taken a single Raiders all season. But Jaden Blue, Kate Otten, Terrence Ferguson, Sean Tucker
in the 17th.
Sean Tucker's great.
I love Sean
Horton. I love it.
Sean.
I love that team. I really do. And I think the running back thing can work out for you really well. Let's see. We'll go over our team, and then we'll discuss. We're going to discuss. He wants to run another. Maybe we will, because this was shorter than a DraftKings, but I got to check with my confidant. Let's talk about our team real quick. Look at that projection, 2,784.
Yeah, that's pretty
good. K-Space, what was your projection? You said that the projection wasn't bad. But let's see. All right, Trevor Lawrence, Jackson Dart at quarterback. Love.
Sick.
Running backs, Breece Hall, Cam Scatterbo, Bashal Tootin, Bill, Keaton Mitchell, Marshawn Lloyd.
That's one of my favorite RB rooms we've done. That's
fantastic.
Even getting AJ and Puka. Golly.
I think Pat Kerrane just dropped an article on sophomore running backs and how vitally important they are in best ball, because they just break out. When they break out in a way that really matters. So this is a fun running back build. We got Puka, AJ Brown, Brian Thomas, Khalil Shakir, Ryan Flournoy, Zachariah Branch, Pat Bryant, Ted Hurst. I love it, dude. I love it. I think we're cooking.
Understand how Ted Hurst was our last wide receiver.
That's crazy.
My last wide receiver in all my leagues is like, good Lord. I couldn't even tell you. Keenan Allen.
I get a ton of Ted Hurst. And then Harold Fannin. We get a lot of Harold and Jake Ferguson. So I think it was a good team. Teams
tonight, bro.
All right, Caves, what do you think? You want to do one more?
I'm cool with it.
I'm down to run one more. All right, we're going to run another. K-Space wants to run a $1. So the Dalmatian. If there's anybody else in chat that wants to hit it, just wait a second. I'm not going to go into it yet. I am going to play the ad one more time. 60 seconds. We'll be right back. We'll hop into this draft.
We have got a brand new sponsor that we are absolutely stoked about.
Yeah, because unlike Cam's NFL takes, this one's actually easy to recommend.
Seriously, though, Grace Coffee isn't just good coffee. 10% of every subscription helps support a child in need. If you subscribe, you're actually connected with one child that you can support and encourage over time.
It's specialty grade coffee, which basically means it's in the top 5% of all coffee that you can buy. That means absolutely no mold, no debris, no pesticides, and no worrying about the coffee that you are consuming. That's peace of mind that is harder and harder to find these days.
As someone who's sponsored a child before, it really is one of the most fulfilling things you can do. Grace Coffee is in the business of making incredible coffee and a difference in the world.
You're already drinking coffee every morning. And if you're like me, you drink multiple cups a day just to keep up with life. It might as well do some good too.
Use the promo code SUNDAY15 when you check out for 15% off your total order. We'll drop the link in the description below so that you can check them out. Huge thanks to Grace Coffee for making a difference in the world and for supporting Sunday Concessions.
Now, let's get back to the show.
Appreciate all you guys being here on Saturday night. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're hanging out with us, drafting best ball teams. What a time to be alive. If you do want to support the show, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Share it with your friends. We're a smaller channel getting started in the best ball streets and fantasy football and all things football. So share us around with your friends. Let people know. And we're about to hop in this Dalmatian draft. If anybody wants to hop in, it's $1. All it is, $1. And
I want to see Mike Robb in a draft. He always in
I
here
know.
coming at me. I want
I
to see
know,
Mike
Mike.
Robb on a team.
Come on, Mike. Kendrick McKnight is here. What up, Kenny?
Kenny?
Kenny sent me the clip
Kenny.
from the last pod. If y'all didn't see it, we did a what was that? The AFC North Division pod, I think it was. We broke down the AFC North Division and was talking about how we, basically are down on the Panthers every time we predict games, and we think the Panthers are going to be terrible. So anyway, he sent me that clip where everybody was low on him. I called everybody out because we like the Panthers. LOL CMO, small 13K subs, not small. So yeah, it is. We do have a lot of subs. However, we've changed this channel up quite a lot. We scrubbed it. And so like starting in this branding that we're in, it's been a lot slower. If you look at our view count, it doesn't really reflect the viewership we have. So we're trying to get people on board. So like I said, anything helps, yes, we have the 13K subs, that helps, but
what
most
you
of our
didn't
videos
see is that I had to call and pay 13,000 different people just to hit the sub.
That's true. All his 13,000 Facebook friends. So this channel was actually, it's kind of wild. It was an outdoor channel. One of the other guys in the group was an outdoorsy guy. And so most of it was from the outdoor stuff. And we shifted and wanted to do football coverage, fantasy football. We did a whole other thing different last year called FanFeed Network. And we're still part of FanFeed Network. However, Sunday Concessions is like the flagship show of the FanFeed Network. So it is with anything, you rebrand something, the algorithm gets all funky on you. And so we're just still trying to tread through water, it feels like. But we're going to get there. You guys hanging out with us helps a ton. We got y'all commenting in here, drafting with us. So it's good. We're good. It's so much fun. But anyway, y'all, if you're ready to hop in this draft, I'm going to count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little Dalmatian, here we go. Let's see who gets in.
Real quick, alert. Just got a trade offer in Dynasty.
Oh, baby. Woo!
Mm-hmm. I already know how I feel about this one. So-and-so sent me a 27 fourth round, 28 fourth round, and a 29 fourth round for Pat Bryant.
Yeah, not happening. Not happening. That's a big NO.
You boy tripping.
That's
just disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
I'm kind of shocked. It looks like our boy K-Space didn't get in this one. Dag K-Space. So no K-Space, but we do have LOL CMO. Let's go. Sucks. Now it's your turn to show us what you got. LOL CMO.
Is he in here? Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. Caves, once again, we're drafting him the top 4 picks. We were pick 2 at the first draft, pick 4 with the second draft, and now we're pick 3. I say we get unique. Obviously not with the first picks, but we're going to get pretty unique here.
Love some boys. Jamar.
We do get Jamar Chase, 1,000%. That's going to be fun.
Never get this early of a pick. This is insane.
It's crazy.
You want to know how many times I got the 107 this year or the 108? I got to look at the demographic. It's been so many times. So many 107s and 8s.
I know it. It's funny because like for the longest time I was getting most like 7s, 8s, and like 11s and 12s. And then I entered all those slows in the last Dalmatian, and like half of them were in the top like 3 picks. And in fact, like a ton of them were pick 1. So like my exposure on Jahmyr Gibbs is kind of insane right now. Hold on, let me see if I can pick it up. I'll pull it up. See what my exposure is here. I need to go here. Exposure, there it is. For underdog. Where's Jahmyr? Yeah, I have 15% Jahmyr Gibbs.
No way.
Kind of nuts.
Let me
Kind
see
of
what I
nutty.
got. I got 10% Gibbs. Not cool.
It's crazy. 15% Gibbs is kind of unreal. Shout out LOL Simo for getting in this draft. Also, where is Mike Robb? Mike! 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 Mike was here. He was commenting, and then other people commented. He just disappeared. Classic Ravens fan.
Yeah,
Classic
this guy,
Ravens
bro.
fan. Oh, man. Cabes, how many redraft leagues are you hopping in?
Redraft this year, I have. Oh gosh, not a lot. I'm trying to cut back on redraft leagues.
For real?
Probably 5. I want to say.
Yeah.
5 or 6. I'd
I
say.
think that sounds right.
Right around there.
Yeah, our boy Trey, he's the other one that does the Sunday Concessions show with us, the main show, and I think he's gonna hop in the fantasy league, like our family and friends fantasy league with us. So that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Also, we would absolutely love to do a redraft league with you guys.
Absolutely.
So please, if you are interested, let us know. Reach out to us on Instagram, or what's the best place to reach out, do you think?
Comment on the stream here. On the stream here,
or we'll just start
on
making
the
the league now and just add people to it. And yeah, that'd be so fun.
We got to make an ad for that. We got to make an ad for that. We're gonna make an ad for that so that you guys, when you see the videos, you'll see how to reach out to us and get in the league. But yeah, that would be so fun, and we could probably do some prizes for some merch on the website. So if y'all didn't know, on the Fan Feed Network website, and I'll let it sling across the bottom here, we've got custom hats and T-shirts for every NFL team, and I'm not talking some goony goo goofball looking logos and stuff like that. I mean, this stuff is high quality. Our guy Trey, he does a lot of everything, but he designed all this stuff, and the logos are really sick. So go check it out if you want any NFL merch. If you want to further support the show, that does it a lot for us. There is some deals right now for free shipping.
We're up.
It is our
We're
pick,
up. Dude.
Nico, neighbors.
We went neighbors last time. I like Nico.
Sorry, I
the
took
league
neighbors.
is so cool. I know. Okay.
I like Nico. I love
trying
Nico.
to be different, but I just love neighbors. I just love him so much.
Come on, bro. He's healthy. He's healthy right now. That's what we're going with. We're going to draft with conviction.
Thing we could
wait. Hold on. Let me finish this talk to everybody.
Yeah. Sorry.
We also have memberships at fanfeednetwork.com. So if you want to hop into a membership, they start as low as $2.50. So check it out. Cabes, can we bring somebody up here? Do you want to bring him
up? Rashi.
You want Rashi?
Start. Or Zay?
Let's go Rashi. We'll go Rashi. We'll do a 0 RB team here. I like this start.
Yep.
I was going to say we could have brought up Igbuka, but I've done that a couple times, so probably not the greatest idea. All right. What were you going to say? Something else we should bring up?
Oh, 2 things. You talked about it before, but shout out Trey, our other partner in crime.
Shout out Trey, baby.
Does like 90% of the back scene work. This man has accomplished things and done things for us that I didn't even know you could do. So very thankful for Trey. Good stuff. And then also, I don't know if a couple of you guys might not have heard this, but a couple weeks ago, Cam and I drafted in the Scott Fish Bowl. Which, if you didn't know, is a very, very popular draft with almost every single analyst in the world, in the space. Really big honor to be there. It was super fun. Had a great time. But at some point, we should bring up our team and let people see the team we drafted.
We can bring up the team.
Because
yeah.
That is a weird league with weird scoring. And it was a weird draft, to say the least. Like when I saw this draft, dude, there's no preparation you could do that could get you ready for a draft like this.
We'll bring it up at the end of stream, or at one of the turns here, because I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm gonna bring it up anyway. Because we did finish. It's kind of crazy because the scoring was really weird, very weird. So I didn't really understand it. I felt like we got a ton of value, but running backs just don't score as much. And we drafted a ton of running backs. They don't score as much in that format. So, it is what it is. We had fun. We had a great time. We met Matt Harmon from Yahoo Sports. That was sick. Hung out with him.
That was really cool.
That was a lot of fun. So, yeah, we'll show that team. We'll show that right after this 4 or 5 round turn.
I like that.
Let's take a look at SEMO's team. LOL SEMO started James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, and Ted Aroa. I love that start.
Getting Tet in the 4th, man, I can't help but to feel it's such good value. This is your wide receiver 1.
I know.
Oh, that feels so good.
A lot of heavy running back people in here. And also a lot of heavy receiver guys. Phila 5 looks like he's going to go full receiver. I guess we'll see. Yeah, Kendrick says T-Mac. Dude, T-Mac's going to be so good this year, man. I am bummed about the Chris Brazzell injury because I think that was going to open up a lot for T-Mac. Just, Brazzell being at least a sacrificial X. There goes Devontae. Oh, my gosh, Cabes. Oh, my gosh, Cabes. Oh, my gosh, Cabes. Oh, my gosh, please. Please. Donald Trump, please. Colson. Let's get Colson.
Yeah.
Oh,
that hurts.
Donald Trump, please, if you can hear me. Donald Trump, please.
If you could hear us right now, Donald Trump, please.
Please, Donald Trump. Man, if we had gotten Luther there, if he had fallen all the way to...
Oh, that would have felt so good.
Wah! All right, I'm done. I'm sick of this.
Okay. Ooh, man. Saucy with a DeAndre Swift pick. That's one of my favorite picks.
I do. I've been taking a lot of Swift.
Love Swift.
What are we going to do here, Caves? We're going to take Terry?
We could Terry. You like Demont a lot if you wanted to get our RB1.
Yeah, we could get Demont. There goes Demont. We could do Bashal, Terry, Mike Evans.
Bashal or Terry? I like them both.
I'm going Terry. Let's go full 0 wide receiver. We can get Jaden Daniels next round.
So sick.
Assuming he falls to us. Assuming he falls to us. We'd need him to fall. And then we'll start smashing running backs. Gosh. Man, if Luther had fallen to us, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy.
It's crazy. Tonight is the night that we take our most convicted players, but we have missed out on some of our highest convictions. Just to list a few. Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty.
Dude, so I know. I'm bummed we haven't gotten any Brock.
Very high on Brock
and
Genty. We haven't gotten any later picks, though.
That's true.
Probably a result why we haven't gotten them. And then Luther Burden. Burden is just he's a smash. He's going to be one of the best receivers in the league.
If you still think that Luther Burden can't smash because of Roma Dunze or Colson Loveland, you are
lost.
You are lost. Then you are lost. If you are not with me, then you're my enemy. Don't make me kill you. I'm just kidding. YouTube, that's not a real thing. I'm quoting Star Wars. Forget sometimes that we can't say certain things.
Wow. The guy at the 12 spot, I love his team.
I know. His team's really good. I love the Genty Walker start. Egbuka, Waddle, Price, P-Wash. I think I've got a team exactly like this, to be honest.
I think I got
That's like one of my favorite ways to do it.
That is such a fun team. I'm not the biggest Jadarian Price person, but I've come around a little bit on Jadarian. And it's more of like just hedging my bets that, just in case that he's just decent.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be rocking with Jadarian. I still think he's a massive bust. But on the off chance, he's like the last running back in a tier. Like to me, the drop from him to Warren is pretty steep. So I get the appeal for Jadarian Price. However, I still feel like he's a trap, but I'll still take some of them. I got to be, somewhat exposed to a guy that could smash.
Right.
Dude, Jaden. Come on, Jaden. We need you, cuz. Donald Trump. Dude, no way we got sniped on Jaden. All right, well, it's Joe Burr. Joe Burr.
Good.
Real quick, I do want to see these guys on the turn. I say we push Joe Burr around the turn, because none of these guys have Bengals players, and we take Ramondre.
Man, I've done that. I don't trust them, but we can do it.
We just need running backs. We need running backs bad style.
We do need running backs bad style.
And we can I think we're pushing Joe Burrow. He's a non-rushing quarterback. Most people want their stacks. So, like, these two guys, I don't think this guy at one spot is going to take some receivers for sure. Guy at the two spot, Drake May. Yeah, Drake May was right there for him. Yeah, and Jalen Hurts. Yeah, exactly. Yep, there it goes. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. See, this is the way you got to think, bro. See, we're good. We're good. Drake May and Joe Burrow.
That'd be so painful.
It'd be so painful.
You did it.
There it is.
You did it.
That's how you know you've drafted way too many best ball teams, when you know exactly how that's going to go.
Yeah, right.
I am bummed we haven't gotten any Jonathan Brooks, but it's mainly because we'd have to take him right there to get him.
Saucy, how are you feeling about your team?
Saucy's not our not in the draft.
Saucy was
no, it's LOL Simo. So LOL Simo is over here at pick 11. Pick 11. They got James Cook, Saquon, right, Javonte, Tetaroa, Carnell Tate, Romadunze.
Sick. That's a strategy I've been loving, is if you go the 3 RBs in the first 3 rounds, is coming back and smashing receiver 3 or 4, and ends up perfectly. It works out great.
Yeah, especially on this side of the board, because like Tetaroa, Carnell Tate, they're both guys that you can stack later on with their quarterbacks. Right. I like taking some of these higher ranked quarterbacks here. So like, you can get Mahomes and Worthy come around that turn. You could get Trevor and Dak potentially, like, or even Purdy. Like, Purdy's a good one there, or Dart. Like, both of those guys have some rushing upside.
Plenty of guys.
So like, I think there's a lot of ways to play that turn. But I do like that team a lot. Bo Diddley is in here. Bo Diddley. Drafting at pick 10. Bo Diddley.
What in the world Bo Diddley doing?
What's Bo Diddley doing, man?
Yo, Bo Diddley.
Yeah, I think, Cabes, I'm going to be in. I think I might only be in like 3 redraft leagues this year.
Okay.
A steep decline from where I've been before. Steep decline. But I'm in way too many dynasty leagues. I know. And I think I've, blown my budget on best ball this summer.
Let me put you on the spot real quick.
Hit me.
Looking at the first 4 rounds in best ball, who was your least favorite pick?
First 4 rounds? Josh Jacobs is definitely one of them. And not just because of the legal stuff. That's a big point. But I just think Josh Jacobs has not been playing the same as he was last year, or like 2 years ago. I think he got hurt last year, and he's just lost a step. He's so slow. He's so ugly. He's just somebody I'm not really interested in. If I'm giving you a more spicy one, honestly, I think Omarion Hampton should not be there at pick 2.3. I don't think he should be there in the second round. I've thought about this a lot. I know this is like everyone, you will get massacred for saying this because people love Omarion Hampton. Need Rico Dowdle to drop here. Let's see. Oh, or we take Dobbins. Do we just take Dobbins? I kind of like Dobbins over Rico. Yeah, let's go Dobbins. Let's go Dobbins. Nobbins. J.K. Nobbins.
That's funny. Our good buddy Big Mike, if he heard you say that, would be crying in his tube socks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I have
Dobbins it is.
honestly been feeling that lately, that Amarian is going way too high. I
Yeah.
like him as a player. I love the offense, obviously. So it's a lot of the things about it like I should be liking, but it's just he goes too high. He goes in a term where there's so many guys I'd rather have that have higher upside. And
Yeah.
also, I can't sit here and say how much I love Keaton Mitchell and the passing weapons in the offense for fantasy this year, while also toting that Amarian Hampton's going to be a top 5 back this year. It's just not doable.
Do you want Dart or do you want Monangai?
Let's go late QB. I'd take Monangai.
All right.
We already got one QB. Let's go later.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm with you with Amarian. Also, they've been saying lately in camp, and again, it's camp. Read it how you want to, but Keaton Mitchell's been getting very involved in the pass game. And honestly, if that's the case and that takes away from Amarian, that could be pretty detrimental to a guy who's going at the 1-2 turn. I mean, look at the other guys at the 1-2 turn. Chase Brown, we know he's going to smash. We know he's going to be a main feature in the offense. He's going to be in the receiving game and the running game. Kenneth Walker, same deal. Ashton Genty, same deal. James Cook, same deal. Saquon Barkley, same deal. It makes sense that Amarian should probably be going more on the 2-3 term with like Breece Hall.
Yeah, Amarian just has volume concerns. That's the biggest thing. And his even when he was healthy last year playing, his numbers were not very impressive. He wasn't breaking tackles at a high rate. He wasn't adding extra, anything extra to runs. He was basically getting what was given to him. And for a guy who's touted now as a potential top end of the second round, sometimes people take him in the back end of the first. The volume is king at running back, and you've got to have that on lockdown. Like you said, tons of good talk about Keaton. We've been on Keaton. We think Keaton's very good. But even Kamani Vidal, Mike McDaniel made it a point to bring up Kamani Vidal the other day when somebody asked him about the running backs. And so, I just think the Chargers, they're probably going to give Amarian the heavier workload early on. But, what's that? I think McDaniels he's a very good schemer. And schemers don't really fall prey to this I owe this guy touches. No, he's going to put the guys in that are best for certain situations. And so that's why I think I'm way more in on, Jordan Mason falling would have been really nice. I'm way more in on Keaton and even Kamani Vidal late in drafts. Stephen Pereira's in here. What's up, Stephen? It says, are you drafting Chase Brown and Hampton over Saquon? I'll let Caleb answer that.
No. I'm taking Saquon and then Chase Brown and then Hampton to kind of go along what we're talking about. And again, it's just the volume thing. Saquon, is getting older. Last year was the flukiest year because Petula was one of the worst OCs we've ever seen in our lives. This man was horrendous. And Saquon is still going to be the main featured back there. Chase Brown, we've talked about him. There's no one else. Samaj P. Ryan is not touching this man. Chase Brown, where he lacks maybe in talent, is always going to make up with volume.
Real quick, Jones.
Golly. Let's not reach because we have to. Let's just take one of our receivers or even Baker if we have to.
Let's take Baker.
And then
we can stack Baker with a late Kate Otten. We're going to have to take Aaron Jones probably at the next pick, or even Chris Rodriguez.
Yep.
Rashad White was right there. This MCI MA person in front of us took Rashad White. That would have been an awesome
MCI.
Awesome.
Idiot knucklehead.
But yeah, I agree with you on Steve. What you said to Steven, that Saquon, I think, is the easy one you got to take. It's not the fun pick because everybody wants the young, shiny toy. But just 2 years ago, Saquon was the best player in fantasy football and almost broke the record. Aaron Jones here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Almost broke the record for most rushing yards in a season. So like, and last year Kevin Patullo is a total dud. Like this guy's an idiot, and so now they get an actual good OC. I just think it's wheels up all the way for him. So yeah, I don't, and I am taking Chase Brown over Hampton, like 100%. Like, because like Caleb said, Caleb's actually convinced me on Chase Brown way more, because I wasn't really in on Chase Brown, and I've been trying to get way more of him because my exposure to him was very low. But I think if you look at what he did last year when Joe Burrow was healthy, he was an absolute stud. Like league winner, like top 3 running back in the league.
He won
I love that about him.
Redraft leagues.
He won me my dynasty league, So like, but Hampton, we have volume concerns about him, and we have just skill concerns about him. So
and it's by margins. Hampton is still a good player, and I want him on my team. He's still very solid. I just don't think he should be going along the guys that he goes with. I just think he needs to go a little more towards like the back end of the second. Because when we draft like guys like running backs, in the second round, third round, we want upside too. We're looking for guys that could potentially beat out their ADP and potentially be like first round picks next year, or first, 1-2 turn picks next year. And barring injury, but like look at the guys that are there. Like Hampton's not beating out CMC for workload. Jonathan Taylor, obviously Bijan and Jameer, barring injury again, of course. And maybe you could make that argument. He's not beating Saquon or Genty either. Sorry. But again, you could maybe make that argument for Chase Brown, but he's such a good offense. And if everybody stays healthy, this man can score so many touchdowns and be a PPR cheat code. And his running got way more efficient last year, if you saw, behind a horrible O-line.
Yeah.
So the man continues to get better, and there's going to be upside, I could be wrong. Maybe they just, feed Hampton like crazy this year, but this is my conviction. Sticking with it. And if I'm wrong, we'll capitulate next year. Take more.
Yeah. Yep. That's that. I'm with you. I could totally be wrong. Marion Hampton could absolutely smash. And it's not like I've gotten zero exposure to him. But he is probably one of my least exposed players in the top 2 rounds because of those reasons. So, Cabes, I want you to see this team. Look at Fila 5 right here. 2 quarterbacks, 1 running back, 7 receivers, and 1 tight end so far. JSN, Drake London, Chris Olave, Devontae Adams, Jameson Williams, Jaden Daniels, Tony Pollard, the sole running back for this team. Jordan Addison, Stephon Diggs, Jordan Love, Travis Kelce. I mean,
good gosh.
Are we about to get Woody? Dude, he didn't even take a running back there. Who is this guy going to take a running back? I'm so Woody's a great pick for this team, by the way.
Which team is he? What was his name again?
Fila 5. I'll pull it up in a second. I just want to make this pick.
Goddard, a second tight end.
I know. I know. All right, Woody Marks it is. Welcome to the squat. That's a decent running back room. I think we could piece this together pretty well.
Absolutely.
So we should start thinking about some receivers. Travis Hunter's a good one here, I think. Jalen McMillan's on there. I don't really want to pull up Jalen McMillan unless we have to.
Not really.
Chig. Could go Chig. Could get Chig.
No, I love Chig.
I know you do.
And
I know you do, buddy.
Still a believer in Tajay Spears. If
Travis
this
Hunter
offense takes any kind of a step, Tajay Spears, the pass catching back, I could be very excited about.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tajay Spears. I haven't been getting as much of him as of late because I've been kind of hitting more Singleton. But I still think Tajay Spears is great. It's wild, these guys that come into the league with dude, Fila 5 is trolling. 3 quarterbacks. 3 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends, 1 running back. Brother, what are we doing?
This man has genitals of steel.
Yeah, for sure.
You got that, Fila. Hey, you got that.
I'm glad we took Baker where we took him. I was just getting a little nervous because I was like, man, do we have a second quarterback? We do.
I
We
know.
do. So we're good. But yeah, so I like this team a lot, actually.
I do too.
I think Dobbins is actually going to be a really, really sneaky pick for us.
Yeah. It can be stressful going 0 RB, especially an underdog with how like prioritized RB is.
Right.
But Vermondre, I think honestly one of the best picks in what do you go, round 6, round 7?
Yeah,
Round
no,
7?
last year he was like round 10. And
No,
this
no, no,
this
for
year he goes
what
round
we got
6.
him. Okay.
I think we got him
I
round
think it's
6
one
or
of the best
7.
picks in round 6, honestly. I really do. I was just listening to another analyst who was saying the same thing. But as much as I love Travion, I think Ramondre's the veteran and the coaches love him more.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, this team, man. Dang, dog.
LOL Simo, are you still here? Let us know how you're feeling about your draft. And
Let's do
also
a
we
check-in.
saw our boy it looks like Space Cowboy dipped. He was done. He didn't get in the draft. He was upset.
Space Cowboy, so I missed out on the draft. Oh!
That's right.
End.
I'm finished with this. Man, yeah, this is a fun team. Marshawn Lloyd's still there too. I think Marshawn Lloyd, if he falls to us, dude, we gotta take.
Yeah.
Gotta take. I think we could push him to the second pick because I've got him ranked pretty high. So we can look at tight end here. How are you feeling on a Rondé now? Because I know early on, me and you were smashing a Rondé.
I'm still smashing a Rondé. Pause. I love a Rondé Gadsden.
Hey.
I mean, we just saw David Njoku get beat out by Harold Fannin last year, like with ease, like no problems at all.
Yeah.
And I love Njoku, but he's definitely on the wrong side of his age. He's always been just some like QB safety guy. I think honestly, LA just wanted to bring in a couple more tight ends. But we just saw Rondé as a tight end, routing guys, tremendous after the catch. Great hands, was one of like Herbert's like go-to guys.
Hold on. Who do we take here? Sampson, Otten, Hurst.
Dylan Sampson's a fun pick.
What if we took Otten?
You don't think he's going to come back to us?
Yeah, we're taking Marshawn the next round though.
Oh.
Right. Where did he go? No, he went. So yeah, I probably could have waited on that. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sampson's a good arbitrage play, unless we want to get one more tight end.
I'm still pretty convinced on a Rondé. I really am.
I'm good. I'm good with that. If he falls to us here, I'm down to take a Rondé.
I've been taking a lot of Alvin Kamara. Have you taken any Kamara?
I took a lot of Alvin Kamara very early, which paid off handsomely.
Yeah,
so handsomely.
Feeling good about Alvin.
I feel awesome about Alvin. Real quick, before we talk about that, Simo says, I think I'm okay. I'm doing 6 of them right now, so not sure which one it is. Yeah, this is the one, your pick 11. I think you got a pretty good team. We'll call it out real quick. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Javonte, Tataroa, Carnell Tate, Roma Dunze, Jonathan Brooks, love that. Trevor Lawrence, Jacoby Myers, Kyler Murray, Isaiah Likely, Jake Ferguson, Juwan Jennings, TJ Hawkinson. So I really like this team. Looks like you're going to set up to smash some receivers here late. Like
that back
the way you
the
draft.
first, man, that pick, they just smashing RBs like that. Oh, it feels good. I love it.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
It screws everybody in the first part of the draft.
But yeah, I'll take a quick victory lap because, over the course of the summer, you make a lot of picks, right? And you make stands at certain points in the summer. You change your stands and whatnot. Right. Alvin was a guy I was taking a ton of early on just because, I thought he was kind of buns last year and the year before, but he was going like round like 16, 17. And he was one of the better backs there. It was a bunch of no-name guys. And Kamara was like the only veteran going at that point. And I just thought Kamara was going to stay in New Orleans and have something of a role that would pay off and potentially even spike weeks, just for the nostalgia sake. So I drafted a ton of him. I think I was like 20% exposed at one point. That has obviously come down because I stopped drafting him once the news came out that he re-signed and Travis Etienne dropped and Alvin Kamara rose in value. Now I've been drafting a ton of Travis Etienne. I have a ton of Travis Etienne because he's been dropping into the 4th round. And that's one of those things. If you really thought that Alvin Kamara wasn't signing there, you were a bonehead. You're an idiot. You're a con man. I think that, getting, thinking that Etienne's going to have a lesser role because Kamara plays, like none of these guys play 100%. Travis Etienne didn't play 100% last year in Jacksonville, and he was still a great pick. Oh, Cabes, Pat Bryant just went round 16. That's kind of crazy.
What are they doing to me?
So anyway, I'll take that victory lap. I'll enjoy that one because I think I've really played that well. Not everything have I played well, but that's one that I've definitely played well. We're coming up here. Dylan Sampson just went. That really stinks. Field 5, what are they doing? If they're not taking Brian Robinson here, or Ray Davis, or Sean Tucker, bunch of knuckleheads.
He's going to auto pick whatever he does.
I think, Caves, we take Ted Hurst at this next pick.
He took Pat. Ah!
That's okay. That's okay. We're good. We're cooling. We're cooling. Yeah, I want Ted Hurst.
Yeah,
stack him with Baker. We got the Cade Otton. So, yeah, that's a fun pick.
Love that.
And then where are we at? We've got 5 running backs, 6 receivers. Sean Tucker? Anyone? Ray Davis?
Yeah, Sean Tucker.
You don't like Ray Davis?
People have been loving Ray Davis. What has he done?
Jacoby Lane's actually our highest suggested. We got one more round after this, so I'm good with going Jacoby Lane and coming back with some random running back in the end, like Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, yep.
All right. Jacoby Lane it is. Let's go, Caves. We got some Jacoby Lane tonight, boy.
Yep.
Bro, look at this. Look. We doing another one? Just like a crackhead at a gas station at 1 in the morning.
Go all night? Should we just blow our whole paycheck we just got on Friday and just go all night? Should we just hit a massive
another, bro? Hey, bro, y'all got any more best ball drafts? What did you say?
Wait.
Did you just say a Mastiff, bro?
Yeah, K-Space. Let's just hit a big dog after this, bro. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, K-Space. You can you can hop in. We'll all put up money for the Mastiff. You just put up 95%, something like that. It's a way you can support the show, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll bring you on the stream. We'll just all draft it together.
He said he's game for a Mastiff, right? Right. Oh man, Sean Tucker falling to us would be fantastic here, because we definitely need one more running back. But I love this team, and I love smashing on these. Man, Singleton might fall to us, Cabes. That would be good too. I love smashing receivers, even though we started with really good receivers. That to me always feels good. Man, this has been a good night, y'all. I appreciate everybody being here. We will probably be done after this. 3 drafts, 1 night. You know, we maybe before the season starts, we'll do like a longer form stream and try to have like a bunch of different people hop on and like be on the show with us, and we'll draft teams together. But do like an extended stream before the season starts. Me and Caves will talk about it, but for tonight, man, we got things to do, bro. We got stuff to do. Caves got to go rehab his knee, bro.
Yeah, bro. I gotta go do deep lunges in the living room.
Deep lunges.
Try to get some mobility. You know, some downward dog.
All right, Emmett Johnson here.
Yes, man, I love Emmett Johnson.
Emmett Johnson, or we took Singleton earlier, so Emmett.
Yes.
Okay.
Did we not realize that Emmett Johnson probably has the best chance to be the RB2 before the end of the season? Honestly, pretty early.
I agree.
Like, come on,
and
bro.
we got the Rashi Rice corollary, so I like that.
Come on, bro.
Dude, this is a good team. This is a good
Talk
team.
to me.
All right, so
too.
before we're done, we got to review these teams. We're going to look at SEMO. SEMO! All right, so we'll go through this quick. James Cook, Saquon Barkley, Javonte Williams, Ted Aroa, Carnell Tate, Roma Dunze, Jonathan Brooks, Trevor Lawrence, Jacoby Myers, Kyler Murray, Isaiah Likely, Jake Ferguson, Jawan Jennings, TJ Hawkinson, Calvin Ridley, Tank Dell, Caleb Douglas. I like that pick. And Sean Tucker. Caleb Douglas has actually been popping in camp, but yeah, fantastic build. I love this. The 5 running back build, early running back, 2 quarterback, 3 tight end. This is a great team. This is a great team.
Squad, and I love Kyler Murray. I hate to say it.
This guy, Bradley, holy moly. 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 10 receivers, 2 tight ends. That is nuts. Jeez. What did Field of 5? Field of 5 ended up with 3 running backs, brother. Tony Pollard, Alvin Kamara, Ray Davis.
Ray Davis.
Is this the worst team you've seen drafted on Underdog?
Probably, especially the fact that it's a Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, dude. Cooper Kupp is insane.
You're gonna get all these receivers, like, man, get someone interesting at least in the last rounds.
That's what happens when you don't eat your veggies. That's what happens when you don't eat your veggies. All right, we'll break down our team. A 2-6-7-3 build. Love it. All right, so we went Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Sick.
Dude, people are way too low on Baker. We don't need to talk about it. We'll save it for
so much Baker and Bo Nix.
Oh, dude. Round 10, Baker is unbelievable. All right, running backs: Ramondre Stevenson, J.K. Dobbins, Kyle Monangai, Aaron Jones, Woody Marks, Emmett Johnson. Yeah, that's good.
I'm okay with that.
Running back
that works. That works.
Yeah, I think that's going to be, some of those guys will vie for the RB spots, but we're definitely starting receivers in the flex. We got Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Travis Hunter, Ted Hurst, Jacoby Lane. Oh, that is the slappiest wide receiver room I've ever seen.
Dirty.
That's insane. And then our tight end room: Colston Loveland, Cade Otton, Aronde Gadsden.
Man, I love that. Hey, we got
That's
Aronde
awesome.
at 156.
Hey.
Or no, 171.
Hey, bro.
What?
Hey, bro.
171.
15 picks after ADP. That's when you draft them. Gosh. Incredible.
You're all idiots.
K-Space, I just deposited 1K. I hope you're kidding. Because I'm not
going to the stream, bro. It's hit the massive.
That'd be crazy. But yeah, fellas, we're done. I'll leave you with this. We'll be here next weekend, drafting best ball teams. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all the things. Check out the website. Fanfeednetwork.com, bunch of good merch over there. Listen to us on podcast, Spotify, Apple. Leave us a review, 5 stars, does a lot. And share this pod with your friends. Like I said earlier, we're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to get better in the algorithm, trying to get seen by more people. So y'all do the legwork. We do this work on stream, but you guys are the ones that help us get exposure. So we're looking to y'all. We do appreciate y'all. Caves, you got anything else?
No, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. And man, we're coming down to the wire. I'm excited.
Let's go, baby. We're right there. Kendrick said, great vid, boys. Appreciate you, Kendrick. We'll see all you guys next time.